3/4 of trash. The offense was trash. The defense was trash. There has to be some fight back. If they're going to allow that kind of physicality, my team has to step up and match that physicality, period. One team is physical and one team is not. One team is 3 steps behind and one team is not. They got all the 50-50 ball. I mean, they busted our ass in every kind of way, Michael. There's just no two bones about it. It's one of the worst games.
The Las Vegas Aces, built for a three-peat, hailed as a dynasty in the making, just got wrecked by the Indiana Fever. And this wasn't some tight contest. It was an 81-54 blowout so brutal, so lopsided, even Becky Hammon couldn't spin it.
Becky Hammon on the Aces. There is a complete lack of professionalism and a complete lack of focus. I don't know how you step on a court with 20,000 people in the stands and perform like that. That's crazy. They're shooting layups. I thought they were grabbing and holding us. It's a rugby match and my team doesn't want to play rugby back. They get their ass kicked. Oh my God. And to be fair, the referees were letting the Ace away with a lot. They were letting the Ace away with a lot. If I knew which one was coming, I could prepare myself better. Tonight, we put a third quarter together, and after that 3 quarters of trash, the offense was trash, the defense was trash. And we had one person score more than 2 field goals, and that was AJ Wilson.
27 points. That's not a loss. That's a public execution. The Fever didn't just beat the Aces. They humiliated them in front of 20,000 fans at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. And a kicker? They did it without Caitlin Clark. The rookie phenom was sidelined with a groin injury, and Indiana still made the 2-time champs look like a GV squad.
The Las Vegas Aces 81-54 by 27 points. We held the Minnesota Lynx to 59. We follow that up, holding the Las Vegas Aces to 54 points. This was a team win. This was a complete win. Offensively, they did what they needed to do. Defensively, they were hounds defensively. Attacking everything. Pressure on ball, pressure off ball.
But this isn't about one ugly game. It's a franchise unraveling faster than you can say dynasty over. The Aces are 8-9. Let that sink in. The back-to-back champs, with AJ Wilson, a 3-time MVP who put up 29 and still couldn't stop the bleeding.
You're getting on any given night, you have to come with your engine started. We would have won 5 or 6 more games if we just played harder. That is awful. That is awful. Like, the Aces saying they would have won 5 or 6 more games is kind of crazy, considering the fact that they are 8-9. So she's basically trying to say, let's just say winning 6 games. So they go 14-3. She was saying if they'd worked harder, they'd be 14-3. I mean, I wouldn't be out there saying that. I wouldn't be out here saying that, you know, oh, we just got outworked today, because, I mean, like, you lost to the Valkyries by 30. Like, you've lost to the Valkyries by 30, and you lost.
And Becky Hammon, livid. When reporters asked about the game, she didn't hold back. The head coach of a pro team flat out said her players practiced harder than they played, in front of 20,000 fans, against a squad missing its biggest star. That's not just embarrassing. That's the kind of shame that sticks to a career.
Coach, I asked Asia this as well, but what do you even say to your team after a showing like this one? I'd imagine, like, I know you believe that your team is kind of better than what you saw on the court tonight. What do you say after something like this?
There's not a whole lot to say. That's a complete lack of professionalism to come in here with that effort. Complete lack of focus. They played harder yesterday in practice by a lot. Wasn't even close. So I don't know how you step onto the floor with 20,000 people in the stands and perform like that. That's one of the worst offense. It is the worst offensive night I've ever seen, as far as I've been here in the last 4 years.
She called it the worst offensive night in 4 years, a stretch that includes 2 titles and deep playoff runs. Yet somehow, this game against an Indiana team missing Clark was their lowest point ever. And here's where it really gets spicy. The numbers tell a story even uglier than Hammon's post-game rant. Let's break down exactly how bad it was.
It feels good. Out of all of the non-Caitlin Clark games, this was by far a game where I felt the best about this team. Of all the non-Caitlin Clark games, this was the game I felt the best about this team. They shared the ball. We had, 24 assists on 31 shots. That's a good number. Inside, mid-range game, Kelsey Mitchell, mid-range came alive, took it to the rack. Couldn't really get going from the three-point line anybody other than Kelsey Mitchell. Ari McDonald, quality minutes from Ari McDonald on the defensive end, on the offensive end. 8 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Folks, let's get right into it, shall we? The Indiana Fever beat up the Las Vegas Aces. Beat up.
If you're into this, hit subscribe, because it gets worse. The Aces shot 26.2% from the field. 26.2. Aja Wilson did her part, going 9 of 18. The rest, 7 of 43. That's 16.3% shooting from everyone not named Aja. Jackie Young, the steady scorer, had 6 points. Jewel Lloyd, brought in to replace Plum, scored 2. Chelsea Gray, the vet floor general, also 2. This wasn't just a cold night, it was a total system failure.
They were grabbing and holding us. It's a rugby match and my team doesn't want to play rugby back. They get their ass kicked. Oh my God. And to be fair, the referees were letting the Ace away with a lot. They were letting the Ace away with a lot. If I knew which one was coming, I could prepare myself better. Tonight, we put a third quarter together, and after that 3 quarters of trash, the offense was trash, the defense was trash. And we had one person score more than 2 field goals, and that was Aja Wilson. They just wanted more than us. I agree. I stand by that. It's really hard to know as a coach what team you're getting on any given night. You have to come with your engine started. We would have won 5 or 6 more games if we just played harder. That is awful. That is awful. Like, the Aces saying they would have won 5 or 6 more games is kind of crazy, considering the fact that they are 8 and 9. So she's basically trying to say, let's just say winning 6 games, so they go 14 and 3. She was saying if they'd worked harder, they'd be 14 and 3. I mean, I wouldn't be out there saying that. I wouldn't be out here saying that, we just got outworked today, because, I mean, like, you lost to the Valkyries by 30. Like, you've lost to the Valkyries by 30, and you lost to...
And on defense, where do we even begin? The Fever racked up 81 points, shooting an impressive 49.2% from the floor. They dish out 24 assists to the Aces' mere 12, dominated the boards 45-38, and committed 5 fewer turnovers. Simply put, this was a team that outworked, outmuscled, and outright outclassed Las Vegas in every conceivable way. Hammon didn't hold back in her post-game remarks. When pressed about the defensive collapse, she was even more scathing. They were living in the paint, getting downhill layups all night. I thought they were grabbing and holding us, so it turns into a rugby match. My team doesn't want to play rugby, so we get our arse kicked. A rugby match. That's how the head coach summed up what the Fever did to her squad. Physical, aggressive, relentless. Everything the Aces were not. And when your coach is openly admitting that her team doesn't want to play tough, gritty basketball in the WNBA, it signals problems that run far deeper than just X's and O's.
When did Indiana Fever turn into the best defensive team in the NBA? When? I mean, after that celebration from the Commissioner's Cup, we all thought they were going to come out here a little bit hangover. I mean, their defensive prowess has gone up 100%. In the first half, we have Aces down 22 points. We have only beaten Las Vegas Aces 1 time in 9 years. For those who do not know that statistic, we've only beaten them once in 9 years. Their defense is impenetrable. We have 28 points in the paint for the second quarter. We are shooting 90% from the field in the second quarter. This is insane.
What makes this loss even tougher? The Fever are just getting started. They snapped a 16-game losing streak to the Aces that stretched back to August 2019, And didn't just break it, they crushed it. Kelsey Mitchell poured in 25 points with 6 assists. Aaliyah Boston added 20 and 7. And Ari McDonald, signed on a hardship deal, delivered a stunning all-around game, 8 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and a plus 26. The Fever outscored Las Vegas by 26 when she was on the floor. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement.
Gang! Fever gang! Down goes the punk-ass Las Vegas Aces, everybody! Kelsey Mitchell, the road runner, out there dropping daggers with a 25-piece Boston Market with the rotisserie chicken, baked beans, corn on the cob, mashed potatoes, every drink available. The tiny assassin, Ari McDonald, out there slicing through the defense, getting buckets. Asia crybaby ass Wilson, hold this L. You ain't nothing but a free throw merchant, goofy Indiana Fever. That's how y'all ball. I don't know what's going on right now, but y'all got the momentum. We can't wait till Caitlin Clark is back on the...
But what does it say about her that she's able to come in again and still be this impactful?
That's what we said to her. We told her at the game, we said, we're just thankful for you. We thank God for you every single day. I just think her impact, you see it. Even just looking at the plus minus, like plus 26. Like Ari's impact, whether it's scoring, but it's defending, it's getting us into offense, it's making the right reads, making the right pass. I think she's just been the perfect missing